following program on Derana 24 is classified as PG-14+. It is intended for children ages 14 and older in the company of an adult. It may contain intensely suggestive dialogue, strong coarse language, intense sexual situations or intense violence or political ideology. A parental control system is strictly advised.
The 2025 Formula One season kicked off in Australia, but is that all? Something big is going to extend beyond the track this time to the silver screen. I think the hardcore F1 fans do know what I'm talking about. And also, speaking of the big screen, Marvel's new hero, or revived hero rather, seems to be losing its spot at the top just 5 weeks after its release. Well, what lies ahead for it in the coming weeks? And as always, on to our countdown this week, you should be absolutely make sure not to miss it, as after a long while we have a countdown filled with surprises. Yes, exciting it is. So sit back and relax as Showbiz Tonight kicks off right now.
Live to tape from Studio 24, this is Showbiz Tonight. Here's your host, Vinuth Wanasuriya.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the brand new season of Showbiz Tonight. Yes, new looks, new additions and some extras, if you know what I mean. Showbiz just got better and now we are all geared up to update you with everything related to the movies, but not only on the big screen, but everywhere. Showbiz doesn't stop with that. As always, to give you the hottest goss and buzz, this time we added something extra, and I think last week you saw what it was. Now definitely Mahesh gave you the full tour of our new season and what to expect if you stick with us throughout. So without explaining more, let's directly jump into the action. Now what is up with the world of movies? Now we had a few trailers which were released recently and one of them clearly stand out with its great release timing, I guess. But I don't want to talk about it much because now I got a full segment on that shortly. Now moreover, last week we had a special guest who made its way back to the countdown. Yes, I'm referring to the most celebrated movie at the Oscars, Anora. Now what happened to that? Still there? Well, let's find out when we reveal the countdown. Now, just like I mentioned in the start, the brave new world of Marvel doesn't seem to be brave at the end because after just 5 weeks, it has now started to climb down. Of course, I ain't gonna spoil much telling you the ranking, but the reason I'm stressing on this is, yes, one, it's Marvel. But the other thing is, when a Marvel movie is normally released, it doesn't give away the crown much easily. Now, remember Deadpool vs. Wolverine? Exactly my point. Now, when Mickey 17 was released last week, Captain America stripped down the title and gave the crown to Mickey 17. Now, Marvel is really messing things up recently, don't you think? Especially with the bridge they created in the latest Captain America movie towards Phase 6. Now, we have two sneak peeks of the Phase 6, one of them being Thunderbolts, which is a confusing combination, and the next being Fantastic Four. They are bringing in this whole mutant line into the franchise, and also with the Celestial Islands and Adamantium, fans are unclear what to expect. Now, however, what I have to say is, we enjoyed the simple good old days and maybe not making things this complicated would be a better choice. Yes, growth is needed and multiverse isn't a bad idea, but give it a thought. Alright, I think the daily Marvel dump is done. So without further ado, let's jump into tonight's countdown, starting off at number 10. Now this movie is quite the highlight as it drops down 7 spots from last week to number 10. Last Breath, which was the number 3 movie last week, takes a deep hit from the 3rd spot to the 10. Now what made it drop down this much? Now I think the main reason is the movie becoming available in digital platforms and rental platforms like Amazon Prime and Apple TV. Now, this shift likely diverted some viewers from the theatres to home viewing, reducing its box office revenue. And now if we dig a bit deep, the entry of new competitors to the box office and a bit of market saturation, if you phrase it right, can also be shown as other major reasons. Well, with so many new movies hitting theatres, people's attention and ticket sales got divided, making it harder for films like Last Breath to keep it up.
What's on top? My umbilical snag! The wind's spinning us around. Power cable's about to give!
Dive control! There's no umbilical left in the belt. That's everything I've got!
At number 9, we have another big drop. From number 4 to number 9, The Monkey also took a big hit this week. Now, this movie was a spine-chilling production with some intense death scenes and a scary and a weird storyline. It was quite a fascinating movie to look out for. Now, the entrance of the new competitors was clearly a reason for the weak performance in this scenario as well. And also, I personally feel the movie genre became a bit common during the past week, so maybe except for a very selected audience, the others diverted their attention towards the fresh releases and the happenings recently. Now, the movie which I was always ranting about has finally started to show signs of leaving the box office after 7 weeks. Dogman finds a way to hang in the countdown this week as well, but at number 8. Now, this animated production by DreamWorks performed surprisingly well, even holding a spot in the top 5 for more than, I think, 5 weeks. Now, I discussed all the possible reasons on our previous season as to why it is performing the way it does, but you and I both had to agree that those aren't good enough reasons. However, marking number 8 this week and with the rate of new entrants emerging in the silver screen, this might be the final week for this movie on our countdown. Nevertheless, well played, Dogman.
Yes, come on. Come on, get up, get up. Are you with me, building? What is that? Is that a yes or? Okay.
Some people.
There's this new guy. He's old. He's such a prick. He's quick though.
If you had any constructive criticism for each other, what would it be?
Don't be such an ass kid. That was constructive.
Wow.
I'm offering you an open seat in Formula One. The only place you could say, if you win, you are the absolute best in the world.
Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, George Russell? Nope, this time it's Brad Pitt. With the 2025 Formula One season opening last weekend, another circuit is unveiled for the silver screen. F1, the latest announced movie by Warner Brothers in association with Apple TV Plus, well, has been quite the topic for the past few days. Now, I would say great timing because clearly with the season on the run, F1 is going to be at its peak, and by the time the movie is released, which is June, I think, the audiences will definitely not miss it out. Now, small nugget about the storyline. Brad Pitt gives a life to a character who returns to the racing track after 3 decades, recovering from a fatal accident. Now, the story dives into the tense competition between experienced drivers, like the character that Brad Pitt is powering, and hungry newcomers, showing all the challenges and rivalries that come with the sport. Now, this is a bit of a different angle than we normally experience. Now, who the constructor is in the movie? Now, apparently the movie does not relate any constructor, but Team Apex, which is a fictional team made for the movie itself. And the most interesting fact, for me, I guess, about the production is the 7-time F1 world champion and one of my favorites, Lewis Hamilton, is serving as a producer. So there you go, nothing to doubt about because we have the expert with it. So let's gear up for an authentic movie coming in a few months. At number 7 this week, we have a decent performer, Paddington in Peru. Now, this is the 5th week for the movie on our countdown and its box office activity seems to be quite good. Now, this is the 3rd installment in the beloved franchise and it has everything in the mix: adventure, humor and heartfelt moments. Now, I hope it will be lucky enough to secure a spot next week as well. And a small tip, it has 2 post-credit scenes, so don't leave the hall until you are done with them.
To Peru! Oh, help yourself. Oh, Lucy!
I'm afraid she set off on some sort of quest.
But she knew we were coming.
Well, that's what's so mysterious.
Where are you, Aunt Lucy?
Seek out what she was looking for, and it may lead you to her.
Excuse me, sir. Is this boat for hire?
Capitan Hunter Cabot, at your service. Your map is the key to finding El Dorado.
You mean... Nice chips.
He means the mythical lost city.
At number 6 this week, we have The Last Supper, an American biblical drama that delves into the final days of Jesus Christ. Now, the movie was released in theaters on the 14th of March, and despite its profound subject matter, it debuted at a box office with modest earnings. Now, over its opening weekend, The Last Supper grossed approximately $2.8 million, contributing to a subdued overall box office performance that weekend.
This Jesus is blinded by ambition. An ambitious man is like a wildfire. A single voice could turn the tide. I believed we could restore Israel, but he wastes the chance.
Master, I would never disown you, even if I have to die.
Very truly, I tell you, one of you will betray me.
Well, we covered a lot for a start, and before we go on with the rest, let's go in for a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Showbiz Tonight. Now, except The Last Supper, which was the movie we talked about before going for the break, we didn't encounter any other new entrants. So what's so special about the countdown? Trust me, the best is yet to come and you will find it quite interesting. Now, without dragging further, I'll have to tell you that Anora has left the countdown after its surprise visit last week, but that's not the sad part. Mufasa the Lion King bids farewell to our beloved rundown this week. After marking 12 weeks on our show for the first time since our previous season's inception, this well-known name is not among us this week. However, it has not dropped much far, but just a few spots, so who knows, might make an entry next week. Alright, many to come, so let's get on with the rest. At number 5 this week on Showbiz Tonight, we've got The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. Now, this is the first fully animated non-compilation feature in the Looney Tunes series, and also it's the first to receive a theatrical release. Now, Looney Tunes is back after a while, and just to get that nostalgic feeling, I went and watched a few clips of this here and there. Now, one thing I noticed was they still preserve that original Looney Tunes look and feel, and I think it is a good move. I liked it whatsoever, and I'm pretty sure you will too. Got a pair of vibranium wings, but no luck to retain a top spot. What happened to Captain America: A Brave New World? Yes, number 4, clearly the mixed audience reception is not doing well for this, and remember the 68% drop in its second week? So influence seems to be the enemy. Now, normally a Marvel movie doesn't give up the crown this easily because come on, it's Marvel, right? But guess not in this case. As a disappointed Marvel fan, I've got nothing much to say, but let's hope Marvel learned the lesson.
What's up, OG?
Who's a pretty boy?
Pretty boy? You can tell Gramps about me? I'm the new Falcon.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
It's Joaquin Torres. Been working with him for 3 years. I haven't figured out how to shut him up yet.
So what are we doing here? Orthopedics? How to relearn how to walk after you break a hip? Oh, shit.
That's Isaiah Bradley.
The Isaiah Bradley. You brought me to the Forgotten Cab. Why didn't you say something? It is a pleasure to meet you. Your missions in Korea are legendary. And what? And after that, no action? I mean, a lot's changed in the world. We could have used another super soldier.
The United States government threw me in prison for 30 years. They experimented on me for decades.
Yikes, that sucks.
Can we start?
When I was a little girl, my mother taught me how to whistle, because when you whistle, it's your heart singing. Whistle while you work. Catch that prairie tune.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all?
Snow White. From Disney.
Find Snow White.
This could be so much fun. I was thinking the same thing. I close my eyes.
On March 21st.
The girl I meant to be. Is she a
The magical movie event arrives.
Point me in the right direction.
Disney's Snow White.
Now that was a look at the latest released Disney Snow White movie. Obviously, you cannot keep Disney out of action, and once again, here we go. Now the twist in this one is a bit complex, and this version gives a mix of modern sensibilities and some stunning visuals. Now it says the true story, it stays to the original story, but it dives deeper into Snow White's journey, empowering a bit of a new storyline here and there as well. Now it's definitely going to make its way to the top box office next week, but I can't be certain which spot it will climb because the mixed reviews and the audience reactions, the crown might be a bit of a problem, but let's wait and see. Last week's champ Mickey 17 drops to number 3 this week. Now I found the storyline cover quite fascinating, but did it remain the same after I watched the movie? Not really. Well, hard to say exactly what the feeling was, but it's not that bad. Now some scenes feel irrelevant or too much, I would say. It actually takes you on a mind-twisting journey, so not that boring, but okay, let's have a look and see.
Are you afraid to die?
Kinda, yeah.
You died plenty of times. What are you so scared of?
Until now, I died and I was just born again, you know? It felt like it was me continuing on. But now, once I die, it'll be over for me. It'll be you living on. You get what I mean?
I don't like you.
We are done with 8 and the final 2 remaining. Now we had 2 new entrants so far, and to sum it up to 4, the next 2 movies would provide the requirements. Debuting as this week's runner-up, we've got The Black Bag. Finally, we have a spy movie, and not gonna lie, I am actually quite excited. So far I've only watched the trailer and I have to say, this is going to be great. Take a look.
Black Bag. To be with someone in this business, you each know what you know and you never discuss certain things. I would do anything for you.
Would you?
Yes.
You got a breach.
One of our people stole something.
You cannot imagine the damage. Find the leak.
Give me 2 weeks.
Thousands of innocent people will die.
Okay, 1 week. Who's the suspect?
Your wife.
When you can lie about everything, how do you tell the truth about anything?
You see, this isn't normal, the way you're doing this.
Maybe this is all your greatest game, George.
It's a very dangerous line of work.
I'll say.
Would you kill for me, George?
Debuting as the champ in its release week, we have Novocaine. Now, each person will find this movie different in their own way, but however, I will classify it as a comedy action movie. Now, spoiler alert, it's about a person who is totally normal, but just one thing, he doesn't feel pain. What kind of experience would that be? I think there's only one way to find out. The film earned approximately $8.7 million during the weekend in domestic theaters.
I couldn't feel it at all.
Holy shit.
Can you feel this?
I'm just a regular guy, but I don't feel pain.
Let's move! Oh my God, what am I doing?
Be careful, dude. You can still die.
I won't stop till I get her back.
Bad week to quit drinking.
You quit drinking?
No. I just mean it would be.
You're gonna love this. You can take a punch.
This is wild.
Heads up! Oh, shit, sorry.
It's fine.
We kept it chill but packed in all the buzz-worthy moments just for you. Thanks for hanging out and being a part of this week's ride. Well then, until next week, I'm Vinith Varnasuriya signing you off, wishing a great weekend. Stay curious, stay entertained. Good night.
Sending alone conversations with a stranger I barely know, swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't.